Hi, welcome to Good Bits. You're back with Claud.
Bronte.
And Beth this week.
Yay!
Yay!
That was
Sorry,
nice.
that was extended. I'm sorry.
We missed Beth last week.
We did.
I missed you guys.
It was a sad time without you.
It was a sad time without you, and we definitely didn't want to do this great topic, which is shit dates.
Shit dates.
There was no way we were doing that without you.
You have
last
so
week.
many good stories.
So
You
many
do.
good stories, so many shit dates.
I was about to say too many, but that just makes you... Don't worry about me. I'm just going to be over here.
What are you trying to say about Beth's love life, Bronte?
It's shit.
It's shit. Good bit.
Yeah. So who wants to start off? We're starting off with, I feel like we could go a lot of like pickup lines and rejection stories as well as dates, but
Yes.
Well, I mean, I kind of... It's not exactly a pickup line, but... So, I used to live kind of on the central coast of New South Wales, and I went to Lake Haven Shopping Centre one time.
Lake Haven Shopping Centre.
Yeah.
Shout out.
Yeah. I don't know what that is. But I went there like mid kind of uni, so I was like, 19, 20 type thing. And anyway, there was this guy selling car wax out the front of Lake Haven Shopping Centre, and I was like, oh, here we go. Like, they're always selling stuff outside of Lake Haven Shopping Centre. And anyway, this guy that was selling car wax was so hot and extremely British, and I was just like, oh. And I think his name was like...
What was that noise? Like,
What? Oh.
Is that a particular noise of yours that you make a lot, Bronte?
Only when I see hot British wax salesmen.
wax.
Salesmen? That's a good word.
Yeah, that's alright.
Yeah.
You've had a few drinks, it's okay.
Yeah, I have. I've been on the whiskies. I apologise. But anyway, I think his name was... It was either Miles or Austin. It was something very British, and I was just like, oh. And anyway, there it is again. I'm sorry.
They're so far apart from each other.
I know.
It was Miles or Austin.
Anyway,
Sorry.
so Austin/Miles tried to sell me car wax, and I was kind of like really didn't want to buy it, but at the same time he was just like, look, if you don't want it, and he wrote down his number on a card, and he was just like, look, you can give me a call anytime. And then I was like, you know what, I'm gonna buy some wax. And then I bought it off him, and then I went home immediately, and I was like, shit, what have I done? Why have I bought this car wax? I don't care about cars. I've never waxed any... Well... Okay. Excuse that. I bought the wax, but get this though, I kept his number, didn't message him, I should have, because very sexy British man, but I managed to sell that wax on eBay and made a profit.
Oh, hell yes.
Yeah, so I got a number and extra money, but also shameful. Because I bought money to get that dude's... Bought wax to get that dude's number.
See, something similar to that happened when I was actually quite young. I think I was still in high school at the time.
Did somebody exploit you for money?
Yeah. And
What?
That sounds like prostitution, I'm
We
sorry.
went to the same high school. Who prostituted you in
No
high
one
school?
prostituted me. Oh my god, guys. No, but it was actually when we were doing school play.
Which one?
It
was some-
nothing that anyone would know.
It's a Shakespearean play, I'm pretty sure.
So, no, that one wasn't. Anyways.
Taming of the Shrew?
No, we didn't do that. We did
Did
the
we?
play that we did.
Nah.
No.
Oh, are we not saying the name of the play? Was that the
I
hint?
can't remember. Oh, Venetian Twins.
Oh, okay.
It was
you know
Venetian
that we have a
Twins.
really good microphone that
It
probably
was Venetian Twins.
picked that up.
Okay, so I was out of school early that day and in probably heavy makeup and
Heavy?
like
the
stage
play.
makeup.
Oh.
You gotta keep up with this story, man.
I'm keeping up. I was just... Yeah.
So we
Keep
stopped
going.
off on my lift home. We stopped off at a service station and there was I don't want to name show. There were a charity that were doing a raffle, and they're not allowed to sell to underage children. Ooh, underage. Oh, that sounds bad too. But anyone under 18, they're not allowed to sell
Underage.
People.
people. Yeah.
Humans.
Humans of the underage kind. Anyways, I walked past and oh my gosh, so this particular charity had like gone out of their way to get like the hottest of hottest men.
Ooh, that's the way to do it.
Yeah, and he was totally talking to me and I was like, oh my god, I'm totally going to donate to this charity. And I think he took...
I bet you would, sorry.
And I did.
That was my cat. Anyway.
Please tell me that got in the frame.
I would hope so.
Okay, claws to the thigh.
Oh, God, yeah, classic
That's the
toilet.
name of your sex tape. I'm sorry.
And I ended up, for one raffle ticket, I paid $50 just to talk to this guy.
Oh my god, Beth. How did you have $50 when you went to high school?
You do what you gotta do.
Do we know?
Oh, that's right, that prostitution, I forgot.
Prostitution.
How does everything always end up like super sexual for you? You're like the most innocent one out of all of us, I feel.
Don't mean it.
Yeah,
Oh,
the
dare
halo.
you. Look at that face.
Yeah, I reckon that's pretty cute.
So that was my story.
Oh, that's pretty funny. Oh, I feel like you guys are always you're getting yourselves into this position where people are trying to sell you something, and then they're using their good looks against you.
I
to
wouldn't mind
their
it
advantage.
against me, but like, I mean,
Okay, we didn't do that time. That was your
that
fault.
was my
That was
fault.
definitely your fault.
You led that one.
You did.
Oh,
that's
dear.
bloody funny. Well, I'm going to start... I don't really have any, like, pickup line ones, but I do have, like, shitty dates.
Tell me.
Yes. So, a tame one to start with.
Oh.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, how raunchy
They
are you
get...
gonna get?
Not raunchy, but they just...
Is this
They just get
MA
shittier and
15
shittier.
plus?
Oh, I mean, I feel like we're R-rated for a long time. Well, the first episode was R-rated.
Yeah.
worse.
Oh,
There
yeah.
was
They
titty
got,
guns, weren't there?
yeah, titty guns.
Do it again. That's excellent. It's only when
I
we
got
have the camera.
complaints about how many times I said titty guns, so I'm just going to say, hey,
Do it again.
titty gun.
Excellent. I'm so happy you're doing that.
I brought it back.
You did. You brought it back. The one other time we've had the camera.
Because
Anyway.
it's got to be visual.
It does have to be visual. You're right. We have to show off our personalities.
Tell me your story, Claud.
Yes, I will. So I went on a date with this guy. I matched with him on a certain dating app. We won't name which dating app it was. And
You can assume.
yeah,
I'm not
it
saying
was-
anything about Claude.
It was
I'm just saying you
Grindr.
can.
It wasn't Grindr. Anyway.
It wasn't Grindr.
Anyway, so this guy, I saw him looking the opposite direction. So we're meeting at this restaurant. I saw him looking at the opposite direction, and he's waving to this blonde girl that's like walking past, and he literally went up to like greet her, like "Hi," and she ran away. And I was like, "Is that the guy I'm supposed to be meeting? Like, what the hell? What is happening here?" Anyway, he turned around and he's like, "Oh my god, you're Claudia." And I was like, "I am Claudia. Why?" And he goes, "I just did the most embarrassing thing of my life." I was like, "What?" He goes, "I saw a blonde girl come towards me and thought, yep, that's her." That's the girl I'm supposed to be meeting. And he was like, "You really didn't look like your photos, but I was like, oh, I'll just say hello anyway. Obviously this is her." And then she ran away from me because it was not you. And I was like, that's super funny. And that made everything like fantastic. So I didn't even do the embarrassing things because usually it's me doing something stupid.
What an icebreaker, though.
It is an icebreaker.
Is that an insult? You look nothing like your photos?
No, to the other girl.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
You're not allowed to drink anymore during podcasts. You're fine to drink in general. But yeah, it was pretty funny, and that was awkward. But another time, my shit date
Yeah.
sent me to the emergency room.
What?
It's not what you think it is. I promise. No one was abusive.
Ooh.
Because that's what it first sounded like.
But now I'm thinking like, what happened?
So I went on a date with this guy. He's a nice dude. I'm obviously not going to name names. You know,
Is he still in your life?
he's all. I mean, not really, but like we're friends of friends,
Uh-huh.
so it's okay.
Okay.
Anyway, so
Beth
it was like
knows
a.
some things.
She does know some things. So it was a really overcast day. There's no sun around. So look at that. She already knows what's going to happen.
Guys.
Really overcast day. And we went for like a walk. I can't even remember where it was, but it was like near a beachy sort of area. and we were out in the sun for like 25 minutes.
Yeah.
I get back in his car, and I am burnt from head to toe.
Oh,
like
Jesus.
My skin was feeling like really bad, and I was like, no, it can't. Like my skin can't be that burnt. It'll be fine. The drive back home is probably half an hour, and I just got redder and redder, like more red each time.
Oh, God.
Like each minute passed, and I got home, and I was like walking through the door, like stiff as anything. That would be funny if I had a dick. No.
Oh, filthy.
Yeah, and I couldn't move. I felt absolutely terrible. And mum was like to me, we need to go to the emergency room. You look that bad.
Oh, really?
Turns out I had certain degree burns.
What?
Like, that's how bad it was, because I am that much of a pale person. Fake tan all the way. I haven't got any on, but...
You do realise that you're, like, the darkest out of them.
Yeah, but I've still got a little bit of fake tan on, guys.
I think I'm the palest.
Nah, I've got fake tan on.
Ah.
So that's me with some fake tan on. Anyway. And, went to the emergency room. Dad and Mum came with me because I think Dad was a bit worried, so that was very sweet of him.
Sorry.
Bless you. And then the doctor made, like, the best call ever. He's like, you have to like see if you're, pregnant or anything while you go to the ER, just to make sure. Like, they just do all those tests just to make sure it is, like, whatever is happening. I mean, it's pretty obvious what was wrong with me, but I just had to make sure. Anyway, he came back in the room with both of my parents sitting there, and he's like, well, looks like you're pregnant. And Dad, like, nearly fell off the chair. And I was like, how did that happen? Nothing happened. We just walked on the beach. Am I Mary?
On the same
From
day.
Jesus? Yeah. Yeah, exactly. I was like, how did that happen? Anyway, and then the doctor goes, it has my eyes. And I was like, you're funny. It was a funny joke. I didn't give a shit. And Dad's like, that was such an inappropriate joke to make. And I was like, I thought that was pretty funny. And then
Come on,
found
Paul.
out. Come
You
on,
massive
Paul.
wog.
You grumpy one.
Oh, yeah, you grumpy
I do
wog.
Nah, he's a very nice guy.
And Italian.
Yes. Anyway.
Just in case anybody
Yeah, everyone forgot. Last episode, we called him a grumpy wog. He's actually a very nice guy, and he's friendly.
As a non-Italian. Anyway.
Yeah, anyway. So that's good. And Dad's like, oh, that was such a terrible thing to say, but because I was, like, super loopy, because they gave me, like, a ton of drugs because of that's how bad my burns were.
Yeah.
I was going, I thought it was pretty fucking funny.
Yeah.
And then, the next 2 weeks, I literally couldn't go outside. My best friend, Cass... Oh, I shouldn't have said her name. Sorry, Cass.
Hey, Cass.
Hey, Cass.
Love you, Cass.
Yeah. She rang me. She's like, oh, let's go shopping. Like, it was like a week after the incident. I was like, I can't. And she's like, why not?
That's sad.
And I sent her, and I said, I'm really sunburnt. And she went, are you kidding me? That is the stupidest excuse I've ever heard. Come out, it's just sunburnt. And then I sent her a picture of my face with blisters all over it.
Oh, God.
And she's like, oh my God, stay inside for the rest of your life.
Oh, God.
But yeah, anyway, so that's a sun care tip for you kids. Don't even go out in the sun for 25 minutes because you can get burnt. Anyway, so that was a fun... Like, nothing was wrong with the date, essentially. Like, it just didn't work out.
Yeah.
And it's just... I'm just a pale bitch.
Pale bitch crew.
Yep. Does anyone have any, like, real shitty dates
Actually,
to do with the person?
So, actually, this first story...
Here we go.
The guy you saw
Segue.
was not a person.
No, the
Just a
shitty...
sunburn.
Shitty dates to do with the... I mean, like, as in, were they shit?
Yeah, okay. So this one, sort of like, this date didn't work out either. I remember... Oh, God, I feel really bad telling this story.
Tell it.
Okay, so, it was a fair while back. And I was talking to this guy, and he seemed really sweet, and he seemed like everything was just sort of mashing together, like we were like...
Mashed potatoes.
Yeah.
Everything was mashed potatoes.
Everything was
I
mashed
like that.
potatoes. We seemed to have the same opinions and everything.
Like
We
peas
seemed
and
to
carrots.
like the same things. We seemed to... it just seemed real mashed potatoes. And then...
That's a saying now. We're using that.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
It's real mashed potatoes.
It sounds like we've got fake potatoes. Like other people have fake potatoes. And we
Like,
have real
what's-
mashed
We
potatoes.
have real mashed potatoes.
Deb? like the fake mashed potatoes, like you boil a kettle and you make a deb. Fake mash.
Fucking Debbie.
Do you
Oh, deb.
do you mean
I'm
the
not-
powdered?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah. So it's
Debbie's
not,
got some
Yeah,
power.
yes.
not deb.
It's not dead. It's
real
real
mashed
mashed potatoes.
Love it.
And he seemed really sweet. And we were supposed to go out for coffee that morning. And I was excited. I was a bit nervous because I was like, I've never really gone on a date before.
Oh, that's
And
cute.
I hadn't met this guy before, and everything seemed really, really cool. And then he calls me and he's like, so my sewers burst at home. Can we? I'm stuck here alone, cleaning it by myself. Can we postpone till this afternoon?
Oh, I thought you were going to say, can you come over and help me?
Yeah, I was gonna
No,
say, what a date.
That is a
would be
real
pretty
shit
shitty
date.
thing to do. And I was like, oh yeah, cool. So I was already in Newcastle. So I live quite far out of Newcastle. I was already in Newcastle by this stage and like with nothing to do. So I was like, oh yeah, cool. I'll just like chill, go to the beach, whatever, chill, wait for you. And then I didn't hear from him for like a couple of hours, and he was like, okay, I'm on my way. And I was like, ooh, I was a bit over it by then.
Yeah,
I was
yeah,
like,
fair.
as you would be.
and then I met him, and he made a
Sounded like
point
a song.
of saying that he hadn't had a chance to have a shower or anything after cleaning up all the sewer. And then, let's just say...
What?
Yeah,
Oh my God, this is actually a shit date. It's
a
literal shit date.
Literal shit
shit
date.
date. And, like, from then, like, I felt really bad. And then all of a sudden I realised that, no, we weren't really on the same page as everything. He was sort of one of those people that just agrees with everything you say, and I was like, nah. So like 5 minutes into this date, I was like, oh, I really need to get the frick out of here. Need to bail. And I didn't know how the hell I was going to get out. So
That's because you're such a nice
You
person.
are.
though.
but I sat and I had ice cream with him. We went for like a walk, and
Was it chocolate ice cream? Yes, I would love
That was
some
the
chocolate
best
ice
one
cream.
ever.
It was from Austin Powers. Come on now.
I know, but that was such a good part.
It was the right time.
It was.
the right
Anyway,
time.
continue.
I think he got like the caramel sutra, and he looked at me real funny, and I was like, no,
Oh, no.
Oh,
Don't.
Jesus.
yeah,
Don't.
I need to get out of here now.
Oh.
That's
I
so
did eventually
awkward.
get out of there, but he kind of followed me. I like made up, like I had to go and help some girls that I used to do video things with. I needed to help them, and they were in this certain building that he wouldn't necessarily normally have access to. So I was like, sweet, that's like a safe haven, get in there. But he followed me into the building, and I'm like trying to ditch him, and I'm like, you can't be in here. And he kind of went in for a hug, but then I remembered like the sewer and the shit, and I didn't want to give him a hug, and yeah, I didn't talk to him again.
Did you give him a hug?
No.
Good.
I think it was one of these ones, like,
Oh, just for our listeners,
oh yeah,
Beth hugged Bronte very awkwardly.
She gave me a little tap on the shoulder.
little tap on the shoulder. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was pretty shit date.
I reckon.
Mm.
You are like you're like defining what a shit date is right now.
Oh yeah, and I've got more literal shit dates too.
Tell me another.
Should I tell you another? Or
Yeah.
should
No,
someone else tell me?
you tell us.
Yeah,
You're on a
you're
roll with
exactly.
the shit
You're on the
shit.
roll.
So much.
Get it? The toilet roll.
Ah,
Thank you.
So this
Claudia's
isn't-
so funny.
Oh, thanks.
This one's not so much a shit date, more as a shit rejection to
Oh,
a date.
okay.
So, this one, I was seeing this boy, and I was quite fond of him. I thought he was quite nice, even though he's a... Anyways, another story.
He's a butthole. Continuing with the shit puns.
So, I work weekends often also, so my schedule doesn't really, for normal people who work 9 to 5, Monday to Friday, my schedule's kind of shit, so I don't really get to see people that often unless I kind of really make the effort to. And I had a
We're lucky.
yes, I love you guys.
Oh.
I had a free weekend, and I was like, haven't seen you in a while, gonna make an effort to give you free range over my Saturday and my Sunday, take whatever you want, which is quite a naive thing in my brain now. Never doing that again.
Nice, but
Never doing that again.
yeah,
Yes.
good.
Anyways, he had plans on Sunday, which was fine. He had plans for a long time. And I was like, oh, let's get brunch on Saturday. And he was like, oh. So, here's the thing. I was actually thinking about going and getting colonic irrigation. So,
An enema?
and I think they're the same thing.
Is that like
basically.
a colonoscopy or is it different?
No,
No,
that's
that's like
getting your tubes cleaned out.
Yeah. A colonoscopy is like...
Colonoscopy is where they're
Oh, where they're
looking
looking for something wrong. So he did that on his own.
No.
Yeah.
No, so they were
No,
looking...
not a colonoscopy. So he
Oh,
did
yeah,
that
no.
to
Yeah,
get that
he-
flushed
he was
out himself.
flushing out the
He
shit.
was wanting to flush out the shit.
The poopies.
By choice instead of seeing me.
Do you really want to see someone that would rather flush out their own shit?
No, I don't.
I mean, good on him for, like, taking care of his health.
Exactly. If you're doing it to be your best you, amen.
I don't get it personally.
yeah.
Doesn't sound that great.
And I mean, look, let's be real. A place like that wouldn't be open on a Saturday anyway. And he hadn't.
Why didn't he invite you to come along?
Do a
Let's
couple
get our
sessions.
shit checked out, like
As a
what do you got,
team.
flushed out together. Yeah,
As a unit.
this would be a really
You
cute
can
first
get-
date.
You can get couples sessions.
Maybe he
Really?
was like, "That's
Yeah.
really
like a
weird."
massage.
Yeah.
Like you're massaging your colon.
Well, apparently. I'm
You're
not
like,
even
"Come on."
doing that. Apparently, yeah. Apparently, no. If they give you a
I
massage,
love it.
while
I
they
love
do
how
it.
we're using our hands right now to describe everything.
I feel like this is the shape of a bowel.
Oh, I was going for the bum.
We're
look like- you
we're
look-
doing curvy things.
I was
for
about to
anyone.
say you look like you're like doing some pottery,
Yes.
making
Like in
some,
Ghost?
Yeah,
Yeah.
except with a colon.
Yeah. Yeah.
That'd drastically change
Yeah.
that movie.
Mm.
It's insane.
So yeah, that's my story. So totally got rejected.
Got rejected.
Gut. Oh, that was good. You're funny.
And it sucks. But oh well.
Nah, I think it. Oh, it did suck. You're
Yeah,
right.
it can suck. And then it like...
Oh no!
Well, you're just a buyer.
I'm sorry, we're experiencing technical difficulties. Please keep listening to Good Bits.
Thank you for
Your patience.
your patience and listening in to us on Good Bits. We just had a little bit of technical difficulties there. Sorry about that.
We only have so many minutes on the camera.
We do. It's very unfortunate. Bruce, who's Beth's camera, is a nice guy.
Cameraman.
Cameraman.
Thank you.
Sorry. Okay. Thank you.
I'm sorry.
That was excellent. Yeah, he's a nice guy. Anyway, but he just needs a rest every once in a while. Anyway, on the topic of shit dates, Bronte,
Yes.
have you had a shit date?
Well, you see, the thing about Bron is that she did not date in high school, and she never really dated. I talk to myself in the third person a lot, just FYI.
To Bron.
Yeah, so Bron did not date. Guys were not interested in Bron in high school.
Aw.
It was only until I went to uni that I started getting interested suitors. But anyway, like,
Car wax.
yeah, Carl Wax, that's his name.
It's not
Otherwise,
Austin or Miles.
yeah. The only kind of like, it wasn't really a date, it was more just like a guy that I was hanging out with. And anyway, I was like interested, and see, the thing that scares me off is getting the family involved too soon.
Ooh.
It's massive. I'm just like, no, thank you. But
Well, that's very real very quickly.
yeah, it's too real. And it's just like, I mean, I kind of knew his family, so it was kind of weird if I was not into it, but it's just like we just sort of started kind of like seeing each other.
Oh, okay, fair.
And anyway, I went to this guy's house and we were going to watch some movies. Lord of the Rings. We're going to watch Lord of the Rings,
Excellent.
and which is a really good choice. You know, if it was a date, don't know if it was, I think it was, but like,
You don't even know if it's a shit date because you don't know if it's a date.
I don't know, well, the way I see it, it turned out a little bit shit. Not because of him, he's a good dude, but, basically, like, I turned up at the house and he was, like, getting ready to watch a movie and it was all nice and everything, but his parents were still there. And anyway, his mum came out and she was like, Bronte, can you straighten my hair? And I was just like, yes. Because I was like, I want to make a good impression, even though she already knows me. But I was like, at the same time, I was like, this is a little bit weird. Gonna do it anyway.
Hold on.
Mm-hmm.
You're on a date.
I'm on a date. Ish.
His mum walks in and is like, hey, I can see you guys are hanging out.
Yeah.
You come straighten my hair.
Yes. Yes.
Are you a hairdresser?
No.
Have you ever trained to be a hairdresser?
No, but I have very straight hair normally.
That's still weird, but...
Yeah, it was. And I was just like, you know what? Okay, I will do the straightening. And then I was, like, straightening her hair. And she was just kind of like everything was normal. We were just having a chat and everything was cool. And I was just like, I really want to go and watch Lord of the Rings. But, like, just casually. I
don't want to go back to this date. I just want to watch Lord of the Rings.
Like, just casually, I'm watching the Two Towers. I gotta go. And then anyway, I did her hair and everything was fine because she was going on a date with her new partner. And on the way out, she was just like, make sure to take his virginity for us tonight. And I was just like, oh, you don't have to worry about that. I did.
What?
Yeah, she just said that. And I was just kind of like really uncomfortable. I was just sitting there like, okay, thanks.
As if you wouldn't be mortified. So wait, how old were you again?
This was like after high school. So I was probably like 19, 20.
Yeah, that's
still
that could be in the area where people are still not sexually active.
Yeah, but
And
I mean, I think she was just like pulling fun at her son. But at the same time, I was just kind of like
fun. Sorry.
So he doesn't have to.
Yeah. But yeah, that was like mildly awkward.
That's so weird.
That so like
from an outside perspective.
No, it was.
That's strange.
The rest of it was lovely. Like it was like
a good
very,
day.
very nice.
Probably because it's not involving the entire
after
clan.
After the fam left, I was happy as a
Larry.
Happy as Larry. I haven't got an analogy there. But like
a happy Bron.
I was a happy Bron. It was a nice time.
It was real
but, like,
mashed potatoes.
It was it was real mashed potatoes. I had a nice time.
None of this Debbie shit.
But the original bit, I was just like, do I have to take his virginity tonight?
Is this pressure that put on me?
I didn't.
Thank you so much for letting us know.
I'm a good Bron.
You did not have to let us know that.
I'm
that
a
could
good,
have been between
I'm a good
you, but that's okay.
wholesome Bron.
You're a wholesome Bron. You have wholesome memes and you're a wholesome Bron.
Yes.
Well, that's kind
I have savoury memes.
I mean, I feel like that mum managed to be the sort of rejection for both of you. Like, that's just like, oh, that made us not want to be together. Sort of. Like, she was the reject in that.
I suppose. It was
I'm trying to make a segue here. It's not working very well at all.
Segue it. Tell me the
segue.
way.
That's the reason why I'm saying reject is because I have a rejection story.
Oh,
that was a shit segue.
Great segue. I love it.
That was terrible. Anyway, so my rejection story.
Yes.
I was at a bar in
Mm.
Newcastle, a club. Can we name the club?
Yes.
Finnegan's.
Finnegan's.
Who doesn't love Finnegan's?
Everyone.
I love Finnegan's. It just purely, I swear to God, we have not been paid for this. I would love some free drinks, Finnegan's. Please give us a bar tab. But let's do it all together. There we go. Money fingers. Yes.
Give me a free gin.
That would be lovely.
Yes.
Anyway, at Finnegan's, I love Finnegan's. There's nothing wrong with Finnegan's. Solid place. It's a good place for, like, I feel like if you're over the age of 20, it's a good place. I don't like looking at little 18-year-olds in skimpy outfits and, like, wear what you want. I'm not, and nothing wrong with that. It's just that I don't looking at that myself.
I feel like you do have to be a little bit skimpy to go into Finnegan's.
Oh, yeah, of course, but not like bra and underwear. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like King Street, which is another fantastic facility.
Great establishment.
It's fantastic. There's nothing wrong with King Street. But it's just sometimes the clientele of King Street
are lovely humans.
Yeah, they are. But, like, I like going somewhere where it's age appropriate for me. There we go. That's what I mean.
Yeah, see, when I go to Finnegan's, I feel super old.
Really?
And short.
I feel like there's more. Yeah, well, I don't think I've
because
changed as many places.
Yeah, but everybody's wearing stilettos, and I'm just there in, like, my Converse or, like, some shitty heels.
Stilettos?
Like, everyone.
I don't wear stilettos.
Well, not you.
Then again, I feel like maybe it's people aren't wearing stilettos, Bron, and they're just a little bit taller than you.
Wow, bullying, but continue.
Sorry. Anyway, those fine establishments, they're great places. We're not pitting one against the other. I just prefer going to a place that's more age appropriate for myself. I think it is anyway.
All right.
So back to the story.
Yes.
I was on the top floor
Yeah.
at Finnegan's, just setting the scene, and I was waiting at the bar to get a drink, and this lad comes up to me. He's a bit old. He looks a bit older than me, and he's pretty intoxicated. And he just thinks, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna slide into her DMs in real life. So he's just like slid across the bar and going, "Hey,
Sup.
sup?" Yeah, like Claud from South Park when he realizes that he's super good looking.
Yeah.
And he's like, "Sup? Hey, sup?" Anyway, that's pretty much what he did. So he slid on the bar like, "Hey," and I was like, "Oh, hello," and he's like, "You are one good looking chick," and I'm like, "Oh, thanks a lot for that. Like, that's nice. I'm gonna take that compliment. I'll like being praised. That's fine with me."
Ooh.
And then he's like, "Can I get you a drink?" I was like, "Of course you can. I am very poor, and you can buy me a drink." So then, another good thing, girls, I watched the bartender pour my drink, and then I took the drink, just being safe.
Yes.
Yes.
Safety
took
is
it,
sexy.
and Finnegan's is safe. Anyway. So I took the drink, I was sipping out of it, and he goes, "Have you ever been to Sydney before?" And I was like, "Yes." Like, who hasn't been to Sydney? Like, obviously, Australians living in New South Wales.
Yeah.
We have been to Sydney. It's not an uncommon place to go
The
to.
only place you can go to see a concert.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah.
It's a good one, yeah. I mean, there's good local gigs, but like as in international artists-wise.
We did get Cher. Anyway, continue.
Alice Cooper.
That was beautiful. Anyway, so he's like, "Have you ever been to Sydney before?" And I was like, "Yeah, man. Everyone's in New South Wales has been to Sydney before. That's like a..." And he's like, "Well, I live there." And I'm like,
Ooh.
"Cool."
Suave.
And he's like, "So you've been?" And I'm like, "Yeah, man, I've been. I've been there before." And he's like, "Yeah." He goes, "I have a really hot girlfriend there." And I was like, "I'm sorry. Did he just say that he has a really hot girlfriend there? And he is literally buying me a drink and hitting on me?" And I was like, "What the hell?" Anyway, I can see one of what I thought was his mates come around, and he's like shaking his head going, "What the fuck is he doing?" And I'm looking at him like, "Well, obviously I'm not going to talk to you the rest of the night. You have a girlfriend." And he's like, "Yeah, so anyway, want to come back to my hotel?" And I was like, and then I literally said to him, "Fuck off, you have a girlfriend." And he's like, "But I just bought you that drink." And I was like, "Yeah, and I'm going to drink it." And then,
So I owe you something from an $8 drink?
I don't know.
Possibly even less.
Yeah, maybe.
How
Finnegan's is
cheap
pretty
does
good.
he think you are?
I don't know. Anyway, I was like, are you joking? I was like, "You just said you had a girlfriend." He goes, "Oh, we'll just forget that." And I'm like, no, I'm not going to just forget that you just said you had a girlfriend. Like, how stupid are you? Anyway, and then I told him, "Fuck off." And then what I thought was his friend came and high-fived me, and they're like, "Yeah, go you." And I was like, "Thank you." And then he goes, "Oh, I'm his boss." And I was like, "Really?" He goes, "Yeah, he's buying that off my tab. I put the bar tab on, right?"
Okay.
And he's like, "I know that he has a girlfriend," and that was like the best thing ever. I was like, "Thanks." And then he gave me a high five, and then he got me another drink.
Oh, what a legend.
And I was like, "Awesome." And he goes, "You go have fun." I was like, "I will."
Oh, that's nice.
It was a good story. Like, it was a shit bloke,
Yeah.
but it was a good story. And I just like rejected him because no one,
Nice.
I would never do that to anybody.
Nice.
No, it's not a fun thing. And he's a dick. And I hope that his girlfriend leaves him and gets into a better relationship.
Yeah, gal.
Amen, girl.
I don't know who you are, but you seem pretty cool. Anyway, so yes, that's my shitty rejection sort of story.
I got rejected.
Yeah.
Again.
Oh,
I feel like
that was such a sad life. No, keep going.
So,
You're
like,
alright,
is
Beth.
it a thing that guys, like, hit on girls to then reject them? Like, question.
I think maybe it's just to boost their own ego, and that's stupid, because boys, not all boys, but some boys are stupid.
Yes. Anyways, this boy, he came up to me and he was very, very sweet initially. He was very, very sweet and was very doting and told me I was beautiful and told me that he'd seen me around town and wanted to come up and talk to me for a little while.
See you around town. Sorry.
And he was like, oh, and I've seen you work where you work, and you've got a very beautiful smile, and I've been too anxious to come and talk to you, but I thought I'd take this opportunity to come and talk to you. Here's my name if you want to find me on Facebook. Here's my number. Add me if you want to have coffee sometime. And I was just like, oh.
So you were giddy.
And he was very sweet, and he's very attractive. He's a very attractive man too. And so I was like, wow, where did this look come from? So after a little bit of pondering, I was like, you know what? I'm going to add him on Facebook. So I added him on Facebook. Hey, don't be watching this. Or do watch this.
Know what you can do better next time.
And I was talking to him, and then somehow in the conversation, the fact that I think I was 23 at the time, came up, and he was like, oh. I'm like, oh, what? He's like, oh, now I don't want to tell you how old I am. And I was like, oh, geez. Like, he looked a little bit older than me, but I didn't think he was that much older than me. So I was just like, oh, like, he's like, how old do you think I am? I was like, I'd say maybe 27, 28 maybe. He's like, yeah, I'll take that. I'm like, oh, geez, okay.
Oh, God.
I was like, how old are you, if you don't mind me asking? And then he just sends me a link to good old Urban Dictionary.
Oh God, this can't be good.
That's never a good sign.
I reckon.
It's just like, whoop. And it was the link to the half your age plus 7 rule. For those not acquainted with the rule, it is the youngest person you can date is half your age plus 7 years.
So was he like 50?
So he was 33, so he's 10 years older than me.
So half your age and then plus 7.
Oh, I can't do math. Anyway, continue.
That is the third time we've repeated this.
The way it worked out was like I was just out of his circumference for...
You know, no one told Hugh Hefner this.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, but Hugh Hefner does what he pleases.
Well, he doesn't
He's
anymore.
also dead.
Yeah, I was about to go.
What he pleased.
Yeah.
Past tense.
Yeah.
But yeah, then,
remembering Hugh Hefner. Oh, anyway, sorry.
Bron was a house bunny, but anyway, I was joking.
Boy, was she.
I'm sorry,
I feel like we need to delve into this
yeah.
story. You were a house bunny.
You were a house bunny.
Has
When did
anybody
this happen?
seen the film The House
Yeah,
Bunny?
yeah, we have.
If I can be Anna Faris, that would be great. As in, I don't have to be a house bunny.
You are what you believe you are.
I am Anna
Motivation.
Faris.
Okay,
Welcome to
that's,
Good Bits.
That's identity theft, but
It's funny.
Hugh Hefner and Bron do what they please.
I reckon.
Anyway.
Pleased. Sorry, continue on with your story.
Yeah,
Half
but then,
your age
like,
plus 7.
He was like, yeah, not having a bar of it after that because I was...
Because he didn't want to be behind bars. Ha.
6 months.
But then again, you weren't underage. That
out of
wasn't
his
it.
league.
6
So-
months too young.
6 months too young, so he stopped talking to me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's not that bad then.
But
6
he-
months too young.
Yeah, but he rejected me over Urban Dictionary.
Yeah, that's pretty
It's
harsh.
pretty good that he was like, you thought he was like 28, but he was probably like
33.
mid-30s.
Did he have any like little giveaways that he might be a little bit,
Like
older than he
children?
is?
No, no.
Was he like, look at my kids?
Little
Pull out his
giveaways.
wallet?
Ah!
No.
Behold!
Well, he was studying at uni.
Oh, so he was a mature age student.
Yes.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
Excuse me. No, mature age students.
Oh.
Just like,
Do we get any extra homework because I've already finished our
can
assignment?
I do anything to help you?
Yes. Can I get up there and actually teach the lesson myself, even though I have nothing to go off?
What about this very obvious thing that everybody already knows?
I've already read all of the reading material, so can we skip on to the next? I don't care if other people haven't catched up.
Can we have more reading?
Yes. Anyway, mature age students, we're just joking. Please don't
Sorry.
sue us. Yes.
Well, I think we're running out of time, girls.
Yeah, I think we are
Are we?
too. Yeah.
Well, I've got a pretty good
Oh, go on.
last
Tell
shit
us.
date.
Tell us.
This is the worst first shit date of all time.
Uh-huh.
All right?
Yeah. Yes.
Thank you. Drum roll. Okay, so I met this guy at a pub.
Uh-huh.
I thought his name was a different name. He literally came up to me and was like, "This is my name. Oh, let's call him Greg."
Hey, Greg.
Hey, Greg.
Old Greg. I didn't mean to do that.
Oh,
Anyway,
Greg.
let's call him Old Greg. And he came up to me and he's like, "Oh, I'm Greg." I was like, "Cool." And I was talking to him for like a bit of the night. And he was buying me drinks.
Yep.
And then I got pretty hammered. Nothing happened, but I got pretty hammered. And he's like, "Can I have your number?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure." So I put him in my phone as Old Greg. And the next day, he was texting me and he seemed all right. And then he's like, this was like around Christmas time. And I work in, at the time I was working at my dad's surf shop. So.
Retail.
Retail. And yeah, Christmas time is pretty busy.
Yeah.
So I went out on the weekend to have a few drinks to to have a bit of a relaxing sesh because it was so busy. And yeah, anyway, that's where I met him. Anyway, it was like a week afterwards, I think. And it was probably like a Thursday night or something. Oh, maybe a Wednesday night. I don't know. And he was like, "Hey, let's go on a date." And I just had like a full-on 8.5 hour shift at work. And I was like, "Look, I'm really, really tired. I don't really feel like going on a date tonight. Or if you want to go on a date, can we go somewhere local?" And he's like, "Nah, I've never been to Cold Rock before." I know. And I was like, how have you never been to Cold Rock before? That's weird. And he's like, "So we should go there into Newcastle." And I was like, okay, fine. Right.
Well, on the same night.
Yeah, this is the same night. No. This is a different night. Like, so I met him at the pub. We were texting.
Yeah, no. But I mean, like, when he said, "Can we get Cold Rock?" did he expect you to go
to Newcastle
that night?
That same night when you were hammered at the bar?
No.
No.
It's a different night, Bronte.
Yeah, I know, but you said that you went out again.
No, I didn't. I said it was probably a week later.
Yeah.
And then he's like, "Let's go out for a date."
Okay.
Yes.
Sorry.
It's okay.
I thought you said you went out again.
No.
Anyway, continue.
And he's like, "Let's go on a date." And I was like, "Okay." Anyway, he's like, "Let's go to Cold Rock." And I was like, "I really don't want to drive all the way to Newcastle, but I will." And I was like, "Okay, then." I agreed to the date. And then he told me, "Oh, by the way, I don't drive. You need to pick me up." And I was like, "Are you kidding me right now? Like, what?" And we live near each other. So I was like, okay, even though I just said how tired I was and I really didn't want to go anywhere like far distance. So we went, I drove all the way out there. Turns out he didn't have his L's or anything. And he was telling me how to drive. And he was like, "No, this is a quicker way." And I'm like, "Dude, I literally drive to Newcastle all the time. I know where to go. Don't stress." And he's like, "Yeah, but you're not doing it right." And I'm like, "Oh my God, you haven't even got your L's." Yeah, anyway, we get to park this car. I'm park my car. We go to Cold Rock. And we get there and we order our little, ice creams. And the lady's like, "Oh, that's $16." And I was like, "Oh, that's a bit steep for my ice cream. I thought I got a kiddie's one, but she must put it in like an adult's one because I don't eat that much and I like to eat lots of food, but I couldn't fit it in." Anyway, don't. Anyway, I paid it, and then he went to pay for his, and she said, "Oh no, shut up."
Sorry, continue.
He went to pay for his ice cream, and she said, "Oh, I thought you guys were together, so I thought you were just paying for them both." And I was like, "Oh no, that's not what happened." So I looked at him and he went, "Oh well," and then walked outside. Did not offer to pay for it and just went, "Yep, cool." And I was like, "Are you joking?" I had to drive him there. I then paid for his friggin' ice cream. And I was like, Are you serious? What the fuck, dude? Anyway, we went on a bit of a walk and I was like, at this point, I was just like, I'm done. Like, I really don't want to be on this date anymore. So I was like, "Oh, we better go home. I'm really tired." And he's like, "Okay." Because I still had like a whole 45 minutes in the car with this guy. And I was like, oh my God. And then he tried to kiss me. And then, at that time, I was like, oh, I kind of have to kiss him because if I don't kiss him, it's going to be like the most awkward ride for 45 minutes. So I kind of kissed him and then I was like, that's enough now. We're done. That's good. And then on the way home, he was then telling me how shit my music was and that he was going to put his phone in. And I was like, okay, cool. Anyway, so yeah, dropped him off at his, and then he said, "Oh, so where should we go on the second date?" And like literally over the car window, like outside, and I was like, "We're not going on a second date." And then I drove away.
Yes, get him, Claud.
So yes, that was my real shit first date.
But it ended so well.
He's like, I mean, He seemed like a nice kid. It's just that I think he was just way too immature and young for me.
How much younger was he? Or was he just mentally
Maybe
young?
mentally younger.
Okay.
He's only like a year or two or something.
Yeah.
But yeah,
that can make a difference.
Can make a big difference.
Yeah.
It was pretty... Well, I mean, I'm currently dating someone that's a year younger than me, and he's fantastic. He's very mentally good. I'm not, apparently. But yes.
Very
How
mentally.
How do I word?
Yeah. How do I word with mental in the sentence? I don't know. Anyway.
That was not good either.
No, that wasn't. What am I doing? Who knows? How are we going to end it?
Bye.
Shit dates.
I don't know. Shit
Bye.
dates. Good bits.
Good bits.
Good bits.
Good bits.
Good bits.
Thanks for listening. Check out the Facebook and Instagram page. Good bits.
Good bits.
Good bits. Bye.
Bye.